It's not important that you have cool music, and it's not important that you have music that makes people want to watch. It's important that you have music that matches your voice. Hey Nihongo Gamer, one thing I've wanted to ask you forever was about the music you have in your videos. They're so catchy and well suited to the channel. Did you make the music yourself? And do you know what I could search for to find similar music to mine? I only wrote the music in my channel for the first year and a half. I wrote all the tracks that were in there because I didn't understand how to get royalty-free music. A lot of things were different. When I first started my YouTube channel, actually, 60 FPS didn't exist. All videos had to be 30 FPS or below, so that's the era that I joined YouTube. So music use was a bit different back then, monetization felt a bit different back then. But the music I search for, basically, I go on the internet, I look for royalty-free services, and most of them are reliant on the fact that they think if you like their music, that one day you will commission those composers from that site to write you bespoke, specific music just for you. And you can do that if you want, but the music that's available on those sites already is fantastic. For my personal channel, I usually use the keywords relaxed and fun. Relaxed and fun are the ones I use. I sometimes look up cool when I'm talking about technology and it's not quite comical stuff. This is a massive discussion. I can't really go into it right now. But the use of music on a channel, it's not important that you have cool music. And it's not important that you have music that makes people want to watch. It's important that you have music that matches your voice. And I only know this because I got it wrong. When I was at university, I joined as a producer to the radio station, and I created my own show. It was called Soundcheck, and I would listen to film music soundtracks and talk about them. I talk about the music from the film, how it was used in the film, whether it was effective, whether it was ineffective, all the nuances of the orchestral music versus the chosen popular music that they were bringing in from bands. There was a lot of fun stuff I was doing with it, but the problem is I didn't understand how to make an intro to the show. Obviously the music was whatever music I had chosen, that CD that I had chosen for that show. But to make an intro, I thought it just needs to be the coolest film music track I've ever heard. And the coolest film music track I could think of was The Matrix. Do you remember there's a track, I can't remember if it's like Rob Zombie or something, from The Matrix, and there's a track that goes and it just does that over and over and over and over again. It was such a good. It was much lower. It was like, and I had that, and I had all these voice clips. It was like soundtrack. You're listening to Soundcheck. And it was so cool. It wasn't actually cool, but it sounded cool to me. And my producer came in and he goes, "Yo, soundtrack, the show's going really well, but I gotta say, the intro to your channel, the intro to your show doesn't match your voice at all." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, it's not actually like a hard pumping action show, is it? It's you chilled out in a chair with a mic talking about movies and music, and sometimes the music that you listen to is orchestral, and sometimes it's relaxed, and sometimes it's chilled, but other times it's cool. And you need an opening that actually suits it." And I completely redid that whole opener to the show with orchestral music, little tracks from Back to the Future swooping in, bits of jazz here and there, and it made so much more sense. And that's why the way I choose the music on my channel, which again, I don't think is always the best way to do it, but it's the way that works well for my channel, is having chilled out music for chats, having cool music, in inverted commas, cool music for when we're talking about technology, and funny, like comedy music when things are going wrong. But not everyone's channel works like that. A lot of channels, for example, one of the most surprising ones is how big the Marquez Brownlee channel is, considering he has no music. His channel only has like 30 seconds of hip-hop at the beginning of his videos, and then after that it's him talking for 15 minutes about iPhones, and there's no music at all. There's a few sound effects in there, I suppose, but man, we could talk about music all the time. Be right back. Put that back where it came from, or so help me!